Hi everyone, it's Jenny with Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. We're on YouTube and Instagram at Joey143Jenny, and we're on Facebook at Joey and Jenny's Little Yellow House. I hope you'll join us there and watch the videos. And if you're on Instagram and on Facebook, we'd love for you to engage with us there. And on the Facebook, I would really like to see pictures of what you're working on. It's so inspirational. And thanks for everyone that's, engaging with us there. So, all right. Well, today I'm excited. I'm freezing. That's why I'm holding my cup of coffee here, thawing my hands for a minute while I talk. But if you watched my previous video, where I did an Etsy share of the Junk Journal Studio, all the different fall kits. I showed this little piece of ephemera here that I had made, and for lack of a better word, I just called it a shutter journal card. But basically, it just gives you a little extra place to use some of your digitals, your pretty different things that you want to decorate with. And then when you open, it's a fun, you could do anything inside. You could put a secret message, something sweet in there. You could put another pocket in there. You could do all kinds of things. And then on the back is also some writing space. And I'm going to use this as either just to put into a pocket, or maybe I'll even use some of my, let's see what that would look like. What do I do with it? It's right here. Okay. Some of my little rusted paper clips. And let's see, where do I have a journal nearby? I don't have a journal nearby, but let's say this is my journal. I could use my fun rusted paper clip and put that on. And wouldn't that be pretty? Yeah. So that's going to be fun. Cool. I remember where I put those. Okay, so basically what I did was I took cereal box. Yes, it's a bran flake. I'm at the age where you have to eat bran flakes. Good news is I love them. Absolutely love them. And I don't drink milk, so I eat it like it's popcorn. I just take a handful and eat it. Love it. But it does, to me, it seems funny whenever I showcase a bran flake cereal box. But anyways, so in order to use an 8.5 by 11, which is what I'm using, and I cut it in half, and what I'm using are my seconds. I talked about that where when I coffee dyed, here's some. When I coffee dyed, some of the, it didn't come out just perfect. Some of the corners got torn off or what have you. So I'm using those. So I just took a box. You can use any cereal box, or you can use, double up some of your, let me get my coffee out of the way. Double up some of your book pages that you use to glue on or whatever. You could double those up and just give a little extra thickness to write on. I'm going to take a sip of this just real quick. Okay, thank you. But for the cereal box, now this one looks like it's kind of been through the mill a little bit, but we could probably still salvage part of it. When I look inside of the box, I look for, if I can get it coordinated here to show you. I don't know if you can see it, but I look for this joint here where it's been glued. And all I do is I just run my finger down that to open it up. Okay. And then what I do is I take a pair of big scissors. Yeah, this one has gotten some wear on it, so I'll probably just use the good part. But when I cut it apart, I cut on the outside of the joint, and then what I do is I take my trimmer and I trim it really good to get that joint off. Otherwise, what I've noticed is, like, let's say I want to use this and cut it into quarters. If I were to try, this is just me, but if I were to try to cut along the inside of that joint, I'm all over the place and I end up taking off more than I wanted to. So I go on the outside and then I trim it up a little bit. So yeah, so there's the box that I use, this or any other cereal box. I'm gonna just set that down here. And because I'm using an 8.5 by 11, what I do is cut the little cereal box thing just shy of, let's see, 8.5 by 11, just shy of 5.5 by 4.25, just shy, just so it nestles in when I fold the paper. So this is just a sample, so that when I fold the paper, it's just going to kind of nestle in there nicely. You could even make it smaller if you wanted to. Okay. I'm going to set that aside. That's not what I'm going to use. Another thing I wanted to tell you is this glue part. Sometimes it gets, you know, some of the cardboard will stick to it and it's uneven and you want it to be nice and flush. I take one of these emery boards. You can just get them at any of the, oh, I think I might have gotten this at Sally's or Walmart. I don't know. And then you can just gently rub off, you know, that extra and, you know, kind of smooth it out to where it's not going to make that big of a difference if you don't have a big, thick piece of paper. Okay, I'll put that back. Get my little shavings off of here. Okay. Anyways, that makes it nice and smooth. It makes it a lot better. Okay. And you may have a different little art sander or whatever. Okay. And then I have, so I got these back out because I thought I would use those. And what else did I get? I went into stamp pads to see what I had. These are the ones that were gifted to me, and I really thought there would be one that said pumpkin, but I didn't find it. So I'm going to try these. I'm going to sample them out and just see what the color is. And then I grabbed a big doily. Oftentimes we'll use the little doilies and stuff, but unless I'm using one of the big doilies on a cake platter to entertain, I don't use the big doilies very often. So I thought, well, let's get some use out of it and maybe we can, you know, use a border. Let me see if that's just one. I believe it is just one. So I thought that'd be a good use for that. And I thought I would try these out on here and just see. Okay, but that's later. And so I will be using the Junk Journal Studio Fall that I showcased to you in the Etsy share in the previous video. So if you didn't see that, I hope you'll go and watch that. All these little things on my desk. Okay. All right. Oh, but I have some exciting news. So in the description box, if you are on your phone or on your computer, you'll have either the word more or a little inverted arrow that you can click on. And if you expand down, you'll see that there is a code for 30% off when you go to the Junk Journal Studios and, you know, make a purchase. So if you're getting ready to do your fall journals or Christmas journals or whatever, I mean, she's got spring journals, whatever, you'll get 30% off. Now, I do want to tell you that code is good for 10 days. So, you know, make your purchases. If you need to think on it, that's fine too. But just make sure that you use it within 10 days because that's how long the promo code is good for. And the promo code is all one word, all capital letters, welcome Jenny. And again, I'll put that down in the description box. But that's not all. I'm so excited about this. Michelle has also offered just to my YouTube viewers and I'll put this in the description too, a freebie. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? So you'll get these two freebies. They're wonderful collage. And you know, of course, I love this one. So that's just free to you if you'll go into the description box and you'll see the link in there for this freebie. And it does not expire. So that's going to be nice for you to be able to use that. Cool. I know, it's exciting. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, let's get started because I'd like to get a few of these done, and I just have this feeling that this video is going to be like 18 hours long. I'm turning around. I'm going to grab my hole reinforcers really quick if I don't knock something down, because okay, I've got such a mess going on. In this one, I'm going to show you how I did this one, but I'm also thinking that 2 hole reinforcers and then tying would also be good too. It would be fun. Okay, so we'll use that one as kind of our prototype. So let me move this aside. Here's our, let's do this one first. And do I have anything to glue on? Here's one to glue on. Okay, so we have our paper. Okay. And we're going to fold it. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, but you could, you know, put it in the middle. Try. I'm not measuring any of this. Now, if I see that that might be still a little long, I may end up trimming that board down a little bit. We'll see though. For some reason it doesn't look straight, but I guess it is. Okay, so I've now folded this. And what I would like to do is I would like to go ahead and reinforce the edges. So I'm going to use this freebie to reinforce the edges. What do I want to use? How about some music? Just going to tear it. So pretty. So I'm just going to tear it aligned by the music. It's hard to make a decision. Good news is you can print it again. Okay. Okay. You can see I don't measure anything. Well, sometimes I measure. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is real quick. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. I'm going to see what this looks like on here. Never used it. Oh, it's pretty. It does come across a little bit pumpkin-y. Probably don't need to do it all the way down. I'm pretty sure I don't, but it'll be ready as a scrap, I guess. Today was considerably cooler. So I have a sweater on. Wonder if that would be good for both sides. I wanted it to run down both sides, but top to bottom, so I think I'll go ahead and do this other one. Yeah, so today was a lot cooler and beautiful, sunny. Just, you know, when I got out earlier, I had to go to town for an appointment. It took a lot longer than I expected, but I was thankful to be able to do the appointment. So came out and it was just so sunny. You know how it's chilly, but in the sun you feel that wonderful warmth on your face. It was great. Okay, so so this is why it's, for me, it's okay to use paper that, you know, that I've coffee dyed and has a little bit of a rip in it. Now these are the ends that didn't have a rip, but okay. So I'm still working diligently on getting ready for our workshops here at the house, our junk journal workshops. And it's very fun. And it's amazing how, like, if you are doing, and I've done this, remember when I did the little workshop at the church, you know, and you just have to think through what do I need, you know, want to make sure I have everything I need. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. So I'm just folding these so that I can put them on either side. And then I'm just going to glue them. I did order some more of the Elmer's Permanent Craft Bond, I think is what it's called, which I really like for paper. You know, I've decided I really like it. Like I might really just invest in using that for when I just do, you know, just some papery stuff like this. Especially if I'm going to sew, which these will get sewn at some point. So I reordered that. And as I mentioned before, it's considerably less expensive than Uhu, but you don't get as much in the tube, you know, so you have to consider that as well. You wouldn't have to reinforce it, I wouldn't think, if you're going to use like the little hole reinforcers. But in this first one, I'm going to use I'm going to make that little slot. So I am going to reinforce. And I decided you didn't have to do both sides, but I decided I would do both sides just for fun. Oh, did I put that one upside down? Let's look. I might have one side right and one side upside down. Nope, they're both the same. Okay. Okay, so we did that, and now we are going to, let's add the tab. Yeah, let's add this tab. I had to think through where am I? Let's add the tab. So what do we want to punch the tab out from? There are a few little tabs in here, but just for my own sake of using the tab punch that I have, so I know how I'm gonna what am I trying to think? How I'm gonna measure it? I think I'm just gonna use this. So you could use, let's cut this out. So I think I'm gonna use this one. I don't have to be super particular how I cut it out, but okay. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to fold it in half, because on this one, I just did one side. But I think on this one, I'm going to do a two-sided one. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm just going to bend it over a little bit. So I have one of these tab punches. Looks like that. You punch it out right there. So what I'm going to do is, might need to cut that down a little bit more. Let me see here if this is going to even work. That'll be fine. Well, let me fold it again. I want to fold it big enough. Kind of getting in my own way a little bit here. I want to fold it big enough to where it has a nice tab. Okay. Okay. Then I'm going to turn it around and put it in here to where the fold, you probably know this already. I think I learned this from Rachel. but where, I don't know if you can see, but where the fold is just under the cutter at the top. Can you see that? Because I don't want to cut the top. I want it to fold. So I'm going to leave it to where the top doesn't cut. And then you have that fold. Should I just do the whole thing in orange, maybe? See what it looks like. Might be orangey, orange, orange. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to glue that. Let's see. Do I want to glue it to this side? Yeah, I'm going to glue it to this side. Okay. Somewhere in the middle. Like that. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to, so it ends right here. Let me put you down just a little bit further. Okay, so it ends right here, the top. I'm going to just pull it back a little ways to the reinforcer. Just kind of maybe line those up, pull back a little bit. And I'm going to make sure my top and my bottom are kind of straight. And then I'm just going to draw a light line there just so I can see where it's at. Okay. And then I'm going to use my PVC card punch. It's the slotted one. Looks like that. I got this at I got this on Amazon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the top. Whoops. I'm going to line the top up with that line I drew, and I'm just going to go slightly to the left of it because I want this to be a little bit longer than the tab. And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do the same thing. And then I'm just going to, and now I'm just going to punch out the middle. Okay. Now, oh, this one thing that I forgot about. Okay. It's best to let that dry a little bit, that glue. So this is what happens when you don't let it dry. It kind of tears a little bit. You see a little bit of tear up here. It just leaves a little bit behind. So I'm just going to trim that out. Okay. I'm going to stash this back under my desk here just so it doesn't get in the way. All right, now if we did it right, this should fit right in there. And there it does. It fits right in there. So it's kind of fun. Just a little closure. You could expand that if you find that it's too tight or too difficult to get in. You could expand it, you know. Okay, why don't we put a little bit of color around that for kicks. Okay. All right. What now? So we've done the tab, and now let's decorate the shutters. Let's decorate those a little bit. Okay. I know that I want to use some of this that I had colored. I just want to put a little bit down. Wonder what that orange will look like on that. I don't like all that little white stuff. Wow, really picks it up. Yowza. This is the Memento Tangelo. I don't know. I'm probably not saying that right. I'm a little bit tired today. I feel like when I got it out of the bucket that it was in, that I had it down pat what it was called. Okay, so where do I want that? Maybe right there. Okay, now let's get into some of these goodies that I fussy cut. I felt like I was fussy cutting my heart out yesterday. We watched a movie, and so I was fussy cutting during the movie, and oh, I cannot remember the name of the movie. I don't even know if I knew the name of the movie. It was based off a true story. I'm going to have to, that's another way you could do it. You could do it like this, which is still cute. I'm going to have to find that and tell you guys about it because it was really, really good. So I'm going to try to find that movie and tell you about it. Okay, so I fussy cut and put things into 3 different piles of what I was fussy cutting, kind of like labels, tickets, small ephemera. These are all mushrooms because I want to do an all mushroom thing. And then these are like flowers, butterflies, things like that. So I feel like this one could be, no, let's do flowers on this one. I love this. I thought that was so pretty. We'll just see. I may not use that, but we'll see. Just so much to choose from. Maybe I need something a little bit bigger. Save that guy. Look at all these pretty leaves. Let's put a sunflower. Yeah. Let's put a sunflower, and I think I'm going to do that in my vintage photo. Just kind of knock back a little bit of that white on the edges. And you could get out your little lace bits and everything else, you know, to use in this. All right, I'm going to put that up just so I don't get those daubers confused. You could also, you know, use some stickles on it. I like to use stickles, but so far I haven't ever used stickles that I haven't put my hand right through it. Oops. Oh, let's go back a little bit here. Give you the full picture there. Okay. Okay, and then we'll just wrap that around here. Okay. I like it. All right, let me put these back for now. Could definitely see using the leaves too with that. Yeah, let's leave one out. I think I'm just going to do the leaf for now. We'll see what else comes of it all. Oh, that's the orange. I think the only reason this would take me longer than it should is because I'm just undecisive. I just need to just pick up things and go because it all goes together. It's always going to look pretty. How about falling leaves? No, I think I want something on the other side. About autumn, and then maybe nope. I'm gonna leave it to write on, I guess. But do I have anything? Seeing, oh, here's some ribbon. Yeah, I thought I had pulled some ribbon out. Put that back. Go use this. So this came from one of those rugs, you know, that are woven with all the silk and stuff. And I just tear out whatever color I want. I don't unravel the whole rug. Just tear out whatever I want. And then I just, you know, rip through it. Some of it's very, very pretty, you know, designs and such. And then some of it's, you know, like this plain. But I think I'm just going to dab a little bit on here. Little thin row. Come on. And then I'm just going to put that right on top of there. Cut that kind of loosely. And then I think stuck to me, static. I think this will stick without having to use the art glitter glue again because it's so thin. And that art glitter glue is kind of coming through a little bit, so I think it'll pull it up. If not, it's a little bit underneath here. Okay. A little bit. I'm going to take a little bit more off, and so I can ravel it a little bit more. Oh my gosh. Oh well, that'll give me a little time to put the glue, more glue on. Oh brother. Life and times in the craft room. Okay, that needs some help to stick down. I'll ravel it real quick. Okay. While that's drying, I'm going to edge this. I'm going to do it in Vintage Photo. That orange is so pretty, but it is a little, did I glue that? It's a little overpowering. That's not gluing very good. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so I thought, well, maybe I won't do the orange the whole way. Oh, stink. I meant to bring in... Okay, so the zinnias are still just beautiful. I don't know how to express to you how beautiful they are. The hummingbirds are all over them. I mean, it is such a delight. So if you've ever thought about zinnias but you haven't planted them before, I hope you'll consider it next season because they are absolutely a showcase. As a matter of fact, my youngest granddaughter was over the other day, you know, when she made her cake pops, and she went out and picked a gigantic bouquet of zinnias. So pretty. Anywho, so in the really big zinnias, the center is, you know, that cone that has the beautiful pollen. I don't know what they're called, but you know, the little things that poke up that look like antennas, really, a bunch of antennas. And the hummingbirds and bees and birds, they all love it. Well, anyways, I had like, oh, I don't know, four of them that the birds had really gone to town on. So it was just the beautiful, vibrant purple and yellow center. Leaves were gone, petals were gone, stuff like that. So I just brought those in to dry, and I put them in a vase. Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. So I thought I would show you, but I might have to pause and go get it, show it to you. But I totally forgot to bring it in here. I probably didn't forget. I was probably in here and thought, oh, I need to go into the living room and get those out of the vase. And I probably went into the living room and then got there and thought, what am I in the living room for? That's probably what happened. Okay, so on this one, there's a little bit of journaling space on the back. There'll be journaling space on the back, on here. And there'll be journaling space here. And then on the inside, that's where this thing is going to come in. Stereo box. And I've already, from Junk Journal Studio, already cut out some pictures that I considered. Now, we did a sunflower on the front, so I thought something really pretty would be, you know, a sunflower that would go with a sunflower. So that would go. I'd have to trim it a little bit. Do I want to keep the leaves and trim off the islands? Maybe. Okay. And then I'll want something along the side. So that's going to be great where that freebie is going to come in handy because, you know, it has the collage bits. So let's use the collage bits along the side here. Ruler. Okay, let's do this first. Ruler first. It doesn't have to be exact. I'd like for it to be straight, but it doesn't have to because most of it's going to be underneath the bird here. I think I want a lot of the writing to show. Like that. Oh, another thing I was going to tell you. My friend Kat asked what printer I use. And so I wanted to, in case anybody's curious about that. I could wrap the corners. I think I will wrap it. I'll put a little zing down the back. I use an eco printer, and I wrote down, it's an Epson. I wrote down which one I use. And here in a second, I will tell you. Oops. and I love it. So what do I love about it? I had used another printer that I was constantly changing the inks. I mean, like every couple of weeks. And you know, that's not cheap. It was like $40 to redo the ink every time. And, you know, I'm retired. I don't have an income. So that's coming out of household. And it wasn't household prints. It was crafting prints. So, yeah, that's that. Anyways, so I had watched Gail Augustinelli, and she prints like crazy. And this was way back. This has been several years, a couple years at least now. At least, I'd say 2 years now. Anyways, she was doing Etsy's, you know, and this was back when she was printing the Etsy's. Later on, she said, listen, if you want me to do Etsy's, if I remember right, if you want me to do Etsy shares, like if you, not the ones she bought herself, but she had people send them already printed because she just, you know, it takes time and, you know, paper, etc. Well, anyways, before that, she was printing like crazy. And so I had asked her the same question, what printer do you use? I mean, you know, I'm going nuts with my printer. And so she told me, and she, okay, I gotta take my sweater off. Sorry, bear with. I was so cold. I have my sweater on now. I can't breathe. Okay. All right. Anyway, so I asked her the same question. And she told me what she used and that it was on her favorite things on her website. And now I don't have my Amazon set up to where, you know, you can purchase through my Amazon and I get points or a, you know, benefit or anything. Yet. It's just I don't have that set up yet. But she did, and so I kind of always basically what I did was, if people that I watched have an Amazon store that they get, you know, a benefit from me purchasing from, if I saw the product on their channel, then that's whose store I would go in and purchase from. So I saw the print, or, you know, Gail showcased the printer for me. And so I went on and purchased through her Amazon. So that helps, you know, her. And it doesn't, you know, it's not giving her any of my information or anything like that. It just gives her a few, you know, extra bucks here and there. All right, so anyways, that's what I did. Now that's been a couple years ago, so I don't know if this particular printer is still available, but I wrote it down. It is, this is my printer. Epson ET-2750 Eco Printer. Okay, I have put ink in it one time, and I've had it since, I want to say I bought it in end of 2020, but it might have been the beginning of 2021. And I have put ink in it one time, and not fully. I topped it off. Oopsie, just threw my pencil in here. I just topped it off. So it has absolutely been amazing for me. And I don't feel guilty about making, you know, copies of things, printing things. And so it's been really, really great for me. And yeah. Plus, when I did buy Okay, now I think I am going to go back into this orange and do the inside of this. When I did buy the ink for it, it was less than what I was buying for my little inkjet thing that I had. Amazing. And I love the prints. I print on both, well, I print all kinds of paper. And I'm totally satisfied with it. I just did a realignment. Sometimes you just do that just to keep everything fresh, you know. Okay, so now I am going to glue this one with Fabri-Tac because of the cardboard. I think it'll help. So yeah, so Kat, I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't have that, I feel like Amazon or whoever would make a suggestion of something that's like it. And if you don't, one day I might ask you to purchase it from my Amazon, but I don't have that Amazon store thing set up yet. But if you have another crafter that you watch that does have it set up, I would recommend, you know, supporting them in that way. You know? Okay, I'm going to make sure the top, I think, is what is... What did I do? Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Were you guys yelling? Okay. I almost messed that up, didn't I? Probably my friend Robin was yelling. She usually will yell stuff at me while I'm making things. And if I don't hear her, she'll let me know in the comments. I was yelling at you. She always cracks me up. Okay, so now on this one, okay, I'm not getting as far as I wanted to be. But on this one, I took it over the sewing machine and I just sewed the card. But I think you could sew the whole thing and it would be super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And then I am going to really quick bust through another one because I know we're already close to, you know, we're almost at 50 minutes, but I think I can bust through another one. Okay, is that going to close? Oh gosh. I told you I'm not quite with it today. This meeting that we had this morning was to support a friend. There was about 20 of us there. And it went about 2 hours past what we thought it was going to go. And the results were not what we had anticipated. So I thought, what better way to have a little relief than to get into that craft room and play around. Okay, something on there, and then we're going to move on. Because I can always come back when I get ready to put that into a journal. I think that's going to be pretty in there. When I get ready to put this in a journal, I'll be able to, you know, maybe decorate it a little bit more. Okay. Awesome. Very cool. I love it. All right. Really quick, the next one. Watch how fast I can bust this out. Hopefully. What's next? Where's the cardboard? Cardboard pieces. Do you see it somewhere? Here it is. Okay. I'm going to just fold it. Fold it. I'm going to reinforce the sides. I'm just going to cut this out. Good. Nope, I already have one. I think I used my brown dauber in the orange. That was, I told you that was my fear, not, yeah. But the vintage photo and the what is it, Tangelo? Does look kind of neat. But I do like to keep them separate. Okay, enough. That go back, put this back so I don't do that again. I'm gonna tear that in half. I've got glue all over my fingers. Okay. Yep. All right, now I'm going to glue it down. Okay. Yeah, now I'm going to put hole reinforcers on each side. These are ones I just colored with, you know, ink with my dauber. I'm going to leave those out because I'm going to punch the hole on the right punch. Trying to get it right in the center. Okay. And then I'm going to take another one. I'm just going to reinforce the back. You can get these reinforcers at Walmart or Office Supply. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot for a little amount, so they go a long way. Plus, you don't use them, you know, super often. Okay, there's that. That's cute, huh? And I want to put a mushroom on it. Need to get this show on the road. Ooh, that's cute. Came in a couple of sizes, so maybe this one. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. What else? Let's put that one there. I'm just doing this because of my fussy cutting abilities. Just knocking that white down just a smidgy midge. Okay. Ah. Gently. Yikes. Very pretty, but oh, you know what? I wanted to put a little bit of, where's that? I'm going to put a little bit of this down too. This is that part of that paper that I used the rust on, and then I coffee dyed, and it turned it black. Trying to get everybody on there. Okay. I like that. Sweet, sweet, sweet. There's my little phrases. How about this? There's so many. I just haven't cut them all out yet. Okay, I'm going to use art glitter glue on this one because I did it on cardstock. Super cute, super cute. Inside, let's get this. Is that the one? Yep. And what do I have? Mushroom would be pretty. Mushroom would be pretty. That would be pretty just like that, I think. But let's use something else. Where's my other freebie? Here it is. Oh, that would be pretty just to do that. Yes. That's what's going to happen right there. Make sure it's nice and straight. Yikes. Okay, this one would definitely benefit from being sewn, and I just may do that. Because it's so thin, you know, I didn't do it on cardstock. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love that. So pretty. So pretty. So much glue. Okay. All right. Something there. How about we just take this off of here? This is also on the freebie. It's going to be cute. Just another layer there. Wow, this is like one of the longest videos I've ever done, and I feel like I just started. I don't know what happened. I think my mind is just... where is my mind? That's kind of thing, like, where is my mind? Oh, this is so cute. And I don't mind when it wrinkles like that when I'm doing the... Because when I'm putting the distress ink on, because then I distress the wrinkles. I think it looks kind of cool. Okay. Put that there. And then one more little element. I'll put this on there. I love these mushrooms. This is the art style that I love. I promise I'm going to clean up my mess. I've got so much stuff out. So pretty. I love it. Okay, real quick, let's look at the two we made in an hour. Now, I don't think it would take you 30 minutes for each one, but I think it's because well, like I said, I'm a little bit undecisive, but also, my mind's wandering a little. It is a wandering. Okay, get this out of the way. Now, let's put some ribbon in it, or fabric. Here's some fabric. Now, I am going to glue this down, but I do want to sew it. So pretend that it's sewn. And I'll post pictures on Instagram and Facebook. Oh, one thing I wanted to do here is, I feel like if you do a real loose tie right here, we'll see. But if you do a real loose tie right here and then feed it through here, I think that's going to be easier when you untie it, you know, to write on it. Yeah, I think that'll be easier. This is just a scrap off of a project that I was doing. I always buy, when I buy my fabric, you know, I get it home, I launder it, and then I have to rip it to, that's not really long enough for that. Then I have to rip it just to get it to be on grain. I lose probably a quarter of a yard. Does anybody else have that? Okay, here's where we're at. We did it. We made two. So we have our mushroom, which I love. Open it up. You have more. You can write on here, write on here, write on the back. You could decorate the back. Open it up. More writing space. I'm going to put that down after I sew it. This one, writing space, writing space, writing space, writing space. Okay. This one, writing space, writing space. Ta-da! Writing space and a little writing space here. Fun! All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I don't know, did anybody make it to the end? Let me know. Did you watch till the very end? Oh, I hope you did. Spend a whole hour with me, even if it was in the background, or even if you had it playing while you were trying to take a nap. I appreciate it. Yeah, just know that we pray blessings over you, and Joey and I want you to know always that you're so loved. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to get that 30% coupon, and don't forget to check out the link and print your freebie from Michelle at the Junk Journal Studio. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.